Hi everyone, welcome to the fifth video of this lecture series. In the last video, we talked about how to test the invoice upload and extraction on the for the different PDFs in the local. Um, so one thing to keep in mind, we stored our invoice PDF into our Firestore database, and the reason we stored into our Firestore database, a Google Firestore database, because the Google Firestore database is NoSQL, um, and it is basically perfect if we want our if we are dealing with JSON data structure, and it's very fast real-time synchronization, and it's a free tier. Basically right now we have free Google Cloud platform, and this is also a free tier Firestore. We have like 1 GB storage, and we have 50K reads per day, and which is enough for uh, um, the the extractions of different values from the invoices as part of the project. But let's say tomorrow, if you want to scale this, you can definitely there is like you can get more storage and more reads for the for to if you need to pay some amount. And like so and the main and important thing, the filtering, sorting and pagination, and retrieving the data, like the for the read, it's a very good, the Firestore is really good at performing in a for the read. And this is like the basic simple thing where this is how we append the data into the Firestore. So that's how this is the reason we are using the Firestore database to store our unique invoices. Um, then next is in this video, we are spinning up the server and we are doing all these things on our UI. So we, in order to spin up the server and manage the server, we are using the Flask API. So Flask has these are like different endpoints that we will be using that will be used when we spin up the server. So the post upload is to accept the invoice file when we upload the file. This is the path the server will use. Post process is when our server basically is trying to use Gemini to extract the data. That's when this path will be used. The third is get invoices to list all the invoices. This is one of the endpoint that we are providing. It's not We are not using it right now, but these are like endpoints we can provide in our Flask API. We can use it in the future. These are like basically the routes for the different functionality that the Flask server will use in order to do that. And yeah, this is like a complete server, the REST API within 100, 200 lines of code. So Flask API is really good. Um, so let me go to editor, and we'll go to the third file, which is called full app file. Now in this one we are using the Flask. So we imported all different libraries of the Flask for the purpose, and we have different methods here. The same method will be there, but as part right now, so we are spinning up the server. So we have different routes here that we need to add. In the last video, we talked about all these methods, how to upload to bucket, how to upload the invoice to bucket, how to extract the data from the invoice via Google Gemini with the help of Vertex AI APIs, and how to store it in the Firestore, how to create the client of the Firestore and store it there in the JSON format. Everything of the handling of the data, and will be done. We went through all that. In this video, we'll just focus on how to configure the server. So this is how you need to do. This is like the home page where whenever we spin up the server and we hit the URL, this is how it will be. Index of HTML will be rendered. So this HTML file will be rendered here. And when we click upload, this method will be triggered. So this endpoint is connected to this method. So this will basically take that file and validate that file is right. It will read the file and it will basically upload to Google Cloud Firestore, extract the voice data. Basically, it will first upload to Google Cloud platform, then extract the invoice data, and then it will store in a JSON format. Um, And then if we on the UI, if we want to wire our invoices endpoints, these are like the endpoints. If you want to check our invoices, like if you want to see our history of invoices that we have uploaded, or if you want to check particular invoice uh, with his ID, then these endpoints will be used. Um, so I you can go through that. These are like you can just it's a simply basically it's a simple. It will just go through the bucket and it will retrieve the particular invoice that we have uploaded earlier. So this is how the server is being set up and all the different routes of the server being set up via Flask. And let's open our terminal. We go through. Um, we'll spin up the server now. Full API. Once we spin up the server, um, it will the server will be started on the 8080 port. So as you can see here, the port 8080 is in the use by another program, means the server is already started in my another browser. So we are good. We can just hit this web preview button. Once you hit the web preview button, if your port is 8080, you just need to click on preview on port 8080. But if your port is different, then you have to change the port and then preview. So um, here we go. This is our website, which is currently running on 8080 port, and this is our local URL that we are spinning via Flask, and this is how it looks. Our product is now ready, and I we can just say this is like one of the sample invoice. We can paste it here, and we'll click it, and it will just do everything, and our invoice number, date, and our vendor name, total, text, due date, and all the different breakdowns are here, and the total amount is here. So this is how this is your like this is an AI invoice processor. The end-to-end product is ready, and we can deploy this product to Google Cloud Run. This is a local endpoint, but if you want a global public endpoint, you can do that. So you don't have to have any every time you don't have to like run your server. We will talk about the deployment in the next video. But this is how you can use your this is an end-to-end product um, that we have created. This just within 4 videos and within an hour, we have created this product. So good job everyone who went through all the videos and like execute like they pulled the GitHub and they have like went through all the code with me um, and they are able to run this on their local. Good job everyone for doing that. This is just a beginning. I'll have another different videos for different AI, Google Gemini and Google Firestore usage in different domains. That will be very interesting. We'll also go through AI agents as well in the next video series. Um, so I think deploy to production is very simple. I will not show it here. But it's really very simple. Um, Let me also show you actually. Uh, we will see you in the next video where we will just focus on how to deploy this to production. Thank you, everyone.